We'll welcome in a Brave to Buck and Hutt, Kyle Wright. He joins us on the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker line. Kyle, welcome in. And what did an offseason look like? I know COVID was still in effect, and depending on where you lived across the country, different rules. But what did an offseason look like for Kyle Wright?
Hey guys, how you doing? But yeah, the off season was definitely a lot different. I usually go work out at Vanderbilt and use all their facilities, but due to COVID, couldn't do that. So it was a little bit different this year. Had to kind of find just a local gym membership, and I had places to throw here and there. So besides that, laid pretty low key and just tried to enjoy the time at home.
Kyle, what was the takeaway as far as the team goes from last season? You guys so close to giving us that World Series run. What was your takeaway?
We know we can get there. I think it takes a lot of learning, and you have to grow a lot in order to win those games. You look at the Dodgers. It took them a couple of years, and they finally got over that jump, and they won the World Series. And you can just kind of see the things that they did well, that they were able to capitalize on those games. And quite frankly, I think we can learn from that to use our advantage in the future.
Yeah, along those lines, as we speak to Kyle Wright, a Brave starting pitcher here on Buck and Hutt, you guys have just got down to Northport and only been there a couple days. I'm interested to know, what was the message coming from Brian Snitker as the team got together and he was able to address everybody for the first time coming off of this season and the devastating season, being one game away from the World Series? What was the message from Brian Snitker about 2021 and this team?
The big one is it's a new year, and we expect to win. I think that's our goal. That's everyone's goal, and that's what we're going to try to do is get back there and this time have a little different outcome. So his big one is we're just going to continue to expect to win and continue to do what we can to get back to that position.
Kyle, now you're knocking on the door, third year, I believe, with the Atlanta Braves. What's the focus individually for you this spring? Command of the fastball, secondary pitches. What exactly are you looking to focus in on?
For me, it's just finding a way to be consistent. I've had some starts where I've been really good, and then I've had starts where I've been pretty bad. So it's finding a way to be consistent with those good ones, and even when I don't have stuff, find a way to still get deeper into the game and ultimately give us a chance to win, even if I don't have my best stuff. So for me, that's what it starts with, is just find those consistent mechanics and continually executing pitches to the best of my ability. And then off that, I think with that, I've got to continue to throw my secondary pitches for strikes. I feel all of them are very effective and can get anyone out at any time. So just need to be able to get those over for strikes so I can get guys kind of a little bit more of a swing mode.
Kyle, you got 8 starts last year in the regular season, but then in the postseason you experienced good and you experienced bad. And, you had that great performance against the Marlins and then a not-so-great performance against the Dodgers. What do you take away from that? Because are you a guy who learns more from the success, or are you a guy who kind of withdraws and extract more and more lessons that you can apply moving forward from the rough performances?
Yeah, I definitely had one of the, a high so high and a low so low. So I think kind of a couple things I learned is one, you just got to continue to stay in the middle. You can't get too high, can't get too low. But I think for me, you definitely learn more from the failures. I had a plan going into that game, and that was the first 2 games. The Dodgers, they were pretty passive, and they were kind of seeing a lot of pitches. And then when I got up there, they came out with the right hook and hit me square in the mouth, and they just kind of knocked me off my plan. And from that point, I never really made an adjustment, and I tried to do too much, and I got away from what I did well. So I think I definitely learned more from the failure than where I had success. I think I've thrown a baseball enough to where I feel like I know how to do things well. It's just finding a way to get to that point. And I think getting knocked down like that is definitely going to help propel me to an even higher level that I know I can pitch at.
Buck and Hutt hanging out with the Braves. Kyle Wright. What about what about Darno behind the plate? What makes him a good battery mate, working with him?
Oh, he's awesome. He's very even keel back there. He definitely never gets too high, gets too low. He's just the same all the time. And I think, as a pitcher, that goes a really, really long way. Kind of keeps you calm. He calls a great game. He catches a great game, and obviously we know he can do it at the bat. So he's just a very good, genuine person, and he's a competitor, and he's got your back there. And I think he just does a really good job of just kind of keeping everyone calm, relax, and helping us make that next pitch.
Considering the depth that this starting rotation has, at least on paper to start the year, it is 180 degrees different than what you guys were dealing with last year. Considering that depth, what are your goals for this season? Do you want to? Is it to be a guy who's third in the rotation, fourth in the rotation, longer? What is your goals given the fact that there's so many arms right now?
For me, I want to be as good as I can be, and I feel like I'm not anywhere close to that. So I want to continue to get better, and ultimately the goal is to pitch as good as I can to where I'm on the team and I don't leave. No one wants to go up and down, but it's part of learning, and in order to stay up, you got to be more consistent, and that's kind of going back to what I talked about before. So for me, I just want to continue to grow and continue to find that consistency to where I can get up there and I can stay and I can help the team win for a long time.
And you're expecting to earn a spot in this rotation, right? And I'm sure with Morton and Smiley getting up there, they'll be rested during the year. You're going to get the ball some this year. Is that the approach going in?
Yeah, I'm always looking forward to getting the ball, and I'm looking for opportunities to do what I can and try to build off those good ones that I had last year. And I know I'm capable, so just want to, whenever my number's called, I'll be ready.
Kyle Wright joins Buck and Hutt here on the Fan on the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker line. And Kyle, along those lines, when you see your ball club add veteran pitching depth, that becomes competition clearly for you. Does that frustrate you when you see your ball club add older arms and good arms, but just add depth that could potentially take away from you getting a spot in the rotation?
No, not at all. For me, I want our team to be as good as it can possibly be. So whatever that means we do, then that's what I'm here for. But it comes down to don't like it, pitch better. It's a pretty simple thing. If I want to be on a team, then I need to pitch better, play better, and if I do that, then there'll be a spot. But so I think if anything, getting guys like that helps us. Because it does create some competition, but it's healthy competition. The guys who bring in are great pitchers who have had a ton of success, who can share a lot of knowledge with us and things that they know has worked for them and things that they may have struggled with and whatnot. So I think bringing in guys like obviously Charlie Morton is huge for us.
Kyle, on the lighter side here, we've been talking about during the offseason whether we were going to see the DH or not see the DH. You're swinging the bat this year, brother. Now, did you add that to the offseason routine, taking some BP?
Yeah, so, we didn't know when we were going to hit for the longest time, and I guess, kind of right before we started, they said, it looks like we're going to hit, so I got one round of BPN, so I'm gonna need to see a lot more pitching. I used to get hit pretty good back in the day, but it's been a little while since then, so I've got a long way to go there.
So if I put the over/under at 6 hits this year for Kyle Wright at the plate, you going over or under?
Depending on the number of bats, I would love to go over.
There you go over.
Maybe mix in a bomb. Yeah, you never know. Put a good swing on it, it might get out of there.
Yeah, I got the power to do it. It's just can I get the bat to it? That's the question.
Pitchers will tell you they don't know how many hits they got, but come on. You guys know exactly how many hits you have, if you do at all, right? You guys keep track of that.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I've hit in AAA, or I guess in the minor leagues in general, it usually takes me a couple of bats to kind of see how fast the ball is moving. Then once I get that, then I feel like I have a chance. But, 95 mile an hour, if you don't see it for a long time, you can barely see it. So I give hitters a lot of credit.
Hey, we had Bryce Wilson on yesterday, and the word's out, man. He said you're the best golfer of all the pitchers. Your golf game is to be admired, he was saying. Or is that just saying his golf game's bad?
I have a good golf game since I've been – lately I haven't been playing too hot, I got to be honest. But, I can definitely – my game is just see how far you can hit it and go from there. And lately I've been finding the water more so than the fairway.
Hey.
So we got a little growing to do.
Hey, Bryson DeChambeau will tell you that's not a bad strategy. Sometimes that can work as well. But Kyle Wright, Kyle, we appreciate it, man. We hope you'll join us during the regular season. And speaking of the regular season, man, we wish you nothing but the best.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, thanks again to Kyle Wright, Braves starting pitcher, joined us on the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker line.